Hello everyone, welcome to Project Nightlight Developer Playthrough and Commentary Episode 1, The Lobby and the Hub. We are Fringe Realities. We made this game a couple years ago, and coming up to our 2-year anniversary now, we figured we'd do a bit of a developer playthrough and show off some of the stuff that nobody's actually seen yet. Everybody say hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Groovy. Alright, I'm Matt. I'm one of the artists.
I'm Mark, the level designer.
I am Daniel, the other artist.
And I'm Alex, the technical designer and gameplay designer.
Beautiful.
Hey.
Alright. How are we feeling, guys? 2 years since we whipped up this game.
Internal screaming.
It's gone very quickly.
Yeah, the memories are coming back.
Yep.
God, it
Yep.
is weird seeing this after 2 years. Like I still remember way too much because I've had to play this like 1,000 times.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
I've forgotten enough. It feels somewhat new.
I mean, coming back through it, this is my gameplay. I hadn't played through the whole game yet, since we released it. So enough of it I'd forgotten to the point where it was like coming back through. This all felt fresh and almost new again. It was really cool seeing some of the little details and stuff that we actually put in here.
The
And
chip-
details that we had to add because people couldn't get through the tutorial properly.
True. Such as the sign you saw before.
and the doors we had to add.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Because people apparently forgot how to use doors properly and open them like a normal human being.
Yeah. The people weren't putting on the radio properly. The doors weren't sort of behaving nicely. If they closed on you, then you'd shoot through the ceiling. So we had to switch every door in the game to a sliding door, despite the fact that it doesn't technically make sense half the time geometry-wise anymore. This was one mechanic that I couldn't remember if we actually implemented with the hat.
We didn't, and I'm sad about that.
Yeah. I made a security hat and everything, and we never even put it in the game.
I remember that.
Yeah.
We had other things to do. As much as it was like
We did.
a
We did.
weekly thing of people being like, put in the hat thing.
Yeah.
It was on a list of a lot of other things to do.
Oh yeah.
True. Yeah, the backpack mechanic, which just decided to work after everyone hated it for no reason.
Yep, the old backpack.
I still remember. I can't remember if it was like the night of release or like the week before or something. But I remember like I think it was like me and Matt were like in the office, or like was it me and Matt or me and Mark? We were
Yeah, no, it was us too.
we were in the office trying to like get it to work a little bit better because it can be like a little finicky. So we like made colliders bigger and started fine tuning it, and it just got worse.
Yep, it got
Like-
worse, you undid it all, and then it just worked.
Yeah. Welcome to Unity and game development.
Yeah, they said make games. So,
We
we
did.
So we did,
Yeah.
and then the software decided, no, you didn't do anything.
yeah, what do you mean? Yeah, I was looking through there in the little locker room at like some of the magazines and stuff and the newspapers and everything, because I couldn't actually recall what I'd specifically written on them. And yeah, I'd actually like tied in a lot of the whole like little background story detail stuff like directly into them, which you see a bit more later in the hub area, but like in there specifically I didn't realize that there was like three things like right next to each other which were like chatting about the same detail, which was cool.
Yeah, I remember.
One thing that-
I was gonna say, I remember like the newspaper. We had like the milk carton.
Mhm.
I think we had. I can't remember what other stuff we had, but it was like all talking about like elements that had happened like before the
Yeah.
start of the game.
But yeah, the black magazine there and that newspaper both mentioned the disappearance of Thomas Jacob Dawes, which was the name that we gave the host. Is it called the host?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, spoilers by the way. 2-year-old game.
Don't need to watch the other like 6 or
That's
7
right.
parts that this is
That's right,
gonna be.
We'll trim it in post. We'll trim it in post. Yeah.
One thing that is kind of topical right now is the
Mhm.
popularity of the TV show Severance,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
Yeah, true, true.
it has a very strong influence over the tutorial section, or this front office bit.
I think I do look up at the ceiling in a second, in case we did reference that. That's me reading my posters that I'd forgotten what I'd written on them.
Yeah, they're lovely dystopian posters.
Mm. There's Mark.
Yeah, that's actually me in that photo. I look like a cowboy for some reason.
You do. Either that or... I'm not going to say it. Anyway.
Oh, we also have totally fine branding for the donuts.
Yeah. Nothing.
They're risky
Nothing-
creams, dude.
Yeah, nothing weird about it. I do remember. I think it was that box of donuts specifically we had like
Yep.
lighting issues with.
Yeah, I think there was that one. There it is. Yeah, there's the Severance roofing.
But yeah.
Yeah, I had to turn the boxes to dynamic or like non-static items for all the lighting to work properly.
Mm.
That would just kind of leave horrible, weird black patches on the tables.
I'd actually forgotten where the keycard actually went, so I hadn't realized that it was down on my waist. I didn't even see it there when I looked down. I saw it further up when I had to try and find it again to get through the other checkpoint. I was like looking around like, oh crap, where did I leave it?
Yeah, the very well, the janky inventory that seemed to love mucking around.
Yeah, I enjoyed looking down and the flashlight and security card just weren't there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know
a
why that kept
weird-
happening.
Weird
issue.
Like I'd looked at it so many times and tried to fix it so many times, and yeah, there was just a weird constant issue where I think it's when you first do it. I think once you interact with them, like take them out, put them back in, I think they fix themselves.
They
Yeah.
do, yeah.
But like,
Every
yeah,
level though, it's like it resets itself somehow.
yeah. Well, technically speaking, every level.
No,
you're-
only the right-hand side. The left-hand side is completely fine.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
There's so many issues with that I tried to fix.
I love the detail with the security cameras. I'm so glad that you like put it in.
Yeah.
I didn't think I noticed that when I...
Yeah, I asked Alex when I was building it if he could make it work like the Arkham Asylum security cameras, where like they'll just follow your like character. I figured, oh, this is probably gonna be like something really hard to do. And he was like, no, you just tell it to like look at the head bone. I'm like, oh, well,
Yeah,
20-second job.
I basically had to make it look at or work out where it needed to look at the player, and then I had to like cancel out one of the rotations so it didn't like look
Mm.
directly down.
Yeah.
Because if you like walk underneath it, I'm like, I don't want the camera to like follow you and like stare downwards, because there can be a whole bunch of weird issues with that.
Yeah.
Fring?
Wait,
It's us, Fring reality.
I think we talked about this, but I don't know if we ever actually worked out if we do or don't have a picture.
Of the
I think
Shrek.
it's
Of the-
gone. The
Oh,
Shrek.
the
Yeah, I think the Shrek got lost.
Wasn't it like Shrek
I
Pikachu?
will say, if we can find it, overlay it on screen now. If it's
If-
not on screen, cut
we
this
can,
bit
yeah.
from the video.
If it's not on screen, insert videos of us crying and lamenting.
Because yeah, wasn't that was just from like was it a stream? I think.
Yeah, just some random
Yeah, it
stream.
was a stream.
Yeah.
There's more like little lore details that I like put in. That was the accountability board reference from Game Plus up on the corner of that one as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never
Um,
participated in that.
None
Because
of
I
us
just
did.
didn't want to be held accountable.
Yeah. Well, I mean, some things don't change.
True.
What
What are you doing here, man? What's...
drawing the logo, bro?
Yeah, he's
I'm
making a
making
logo.
thumbnails.
Oh,
Don't
the
worry about
company
it.
logo. I only
Yeah.
just picked up on
You're
that.
making thumbnails.
I was genuinely thinking like, oh, we'll probably do like an introduction. We can overlay this. I probably won't be bothered. Being honest.
Probably can't be bothered to do that.
Yeah. I forgot that we could see the air ducting and stuff up here, even though that took me like a week to try and fucking make work.
Yeah.
It's crazy how much of this like I had actually genuinely just forgotten about.
Yeah.
It's cool though.
Oh, that's the one thing I can slightly see in the real-time light
torch?
decided to
Yeah.
not really work too well because it put like at
Scan
certain
lines or
points you
whatever.
can see like scan lines in it, and it was really annoying.
I didn't notice it when I was playing. I only saw it just then in the video.
Yeah.
It's just Unity things.
Yep.
The lovely glowing doors, because if we didn't make them glow, they were just like pitch black.
Yeah, I think I, in hindsight, could have made them static, baked the lighting, and then
Yeah, I mean,
made them unstatic again.
you know.
Things that I've learned.
Yeah, I mean, this is literally our first game, so like.
Also, this image is actually
Yep.
just the crappy like floor plan I drew up just
Mhm.
for our own reference, and we just decided to throw it in as a map. We didn't make a proper one.
I think it was more of a thing of just I couldn't be bothered by the time that we'd gotten to it, like making a fully fleshed out map, and I was just like, yeah, this is good enough.
Yeah.
They keep it in the chamber over there. The most important part of your job is keeping the artifacts safe. So I'm gonna need you to take the pyramid and those 3 pieces out of the chamber. The key code is normally kept with the head of research.
Just launch it.
Just be like half the people that played this. Just
Mhm.
yeet everything.
That one kid in the security room.
Oh, yeah. Is that the one that like almost ran into the table at Avcon?
No,
No,
the
no,
one
they
that did.
did run into the
Full
table.
speed. They were fine, FYI. Just disclaimer.
Just-
they were all
D-
good.
disclaimer: no one
They
was
laughed and kept
seriously
running.
hurt.
Yeah.
I also remember, didn't we have to like redesign this corner a few times?
I don't think redesign. I think it, this was always here as a little setup of desks,
Yeah.
even from the grey box. But it got iterated on a few different times with
Yeah.
once I made these nicer looking desks, they sort of went in over the double single setup thing that we had going on for a bit.
Yeah, there was a different iteration of the desk that was used.
Nice low
I
quality
think it was
text
still a
as well.
T-shape, but yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say I mostly just remember because the dividers there, like the orange dividers, I remember for quite a while we
Yeah,
didn't
they
actually
came
have
way
them,
later on.
so there was just like a giant pile of paper.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot that we could shatter the mugs. So I got really hyped.
Oh my god, no, only shattered once, I think.
I know. I was about to actually comment that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot that was a thing.
I
didn't
didn't
think I did
realise
that.
that.
playthrough.
I made
Lawyer
it.
then.
Yeah, I remember going through and making it one. This is me actually trying to work out what was going on in here as well, because I couldn't remember.
Secret. If you think that's strange, they have some kind of ritual division. The hell does that even mean? If you ask me, I think we might have ourselves wrapped up in something. I'm just glad I'm on this side. So I'm gonna need you to take the pyramid and those 3 pieces out of the chamber. The key code is normally kept with the head of research.
That was me genuinely forgetting where I had to go as well. I was I was kind of waiting for him to repeat himself.
Good thing
I
we.
love there was two iterations of the document. The one on the left used to be the original one,
Hmm.
and then the one on the right, which is way more professional.
Yeah, I mean, I think they were designed for different areas and for different things specifically. Like when I was writing them up, I had memo documents and then actual research documents. So they were designed to be used in different areas, but I think we just overlaid them in the various spots to have some just variation and stuff.
And paper everywhere.
Ah, yes, Dr. Hugh Man. I think we ended up changing it to the Leslie Man or whatever, but wait, that's... I just realized Leslie Mann is an actress, and that's where I got that name from.
Of course.
Really? Because I don't know when it was. Well, it was years ago at this point when
Yeah.
we were first coming up with the idea for that. I'm pretty sure that was actually Daniel's idea. He just said, like, "You man." And I went,
Yeah,
okay,
no,
and
it
just
was like
put it
Hugh
on.
Man, and then I was like we can't keep Hugh Man. Like I kept Man because it was funny. But
I
then
do
I was
remember
trying to
saying
work
Dr.
out.
Man, but I don't think I remember talking about the first name.
Yeah. I read Leslie somewhere in a different document, so I'm assuming it's referring to like Leslie Mann, and I just completely forgotten that like she's like an actress that was in like a lot of stuff in the 2000s. Anyway, this is me genuinely reading this this whiteboard because I was like I remembered putting the date right at the top so that people who couldn't be bothered reading it all were like, okay, yeah. Oh, Vegas Pro has stopped working.
Oh,
That's interesting.
excellent.
All right. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties. So
You
anyway.
were talking about the writing on the board.
Yeah. The writing on the whiteboard. So basically, I couldn't actually remember all the stuff that I'd written on here. So I wanted to go through and actually give it a read. And from the looks of it, I actually went into like significant detail in terms of like research on like when they found it, where they found it. 1926 is the code for the sort of little chamber thing. But I also sort of, on the topic of it all, was looking into stuff like actual research and like expeditions done in the Valley of the Kings, like way back when, because we decided halfway through production that having an Egyptian theme could be cool. So I like tied that in that way, and then yeah, it's got stuff to do, which is listed on the thing there on the whiteboard, regarding like how it selects like a prophet and all this sort of stuff, and they start having hallucinations and all that crap. Lee, not Leslie. Lee. Wow, we can cut that whole section.
We can cut half of the video we've already recorded.
Yeah.
All this is going in.
Anyway.
I was going to say, fun fact, Matt did actually write all of that on a whiteboard, take a picture of it, and get that into the game.
Yeah, every
Yeah.
whiteboard that has details on it, I physically wrote out and drew. I look like a crazy person in the middle of like Game Plus.
That was great. I would just be like doing something. I would like look over to Matt or like just look around the room, and then Matt's just like huddled against his desk, violently writing away at something.
Yeah, it was the only way of really getting a clear image, because you can't really get it perfect by doing it in Photoshop. Like,
Yeah.
actually drawing it is the best way.
The other thing I wanted to mention as well, behind there was like a couple posters on the wall. The timing of that. That was me trying to like implement just story and stuff with like the other floors. On one of the whiteboards, I mention like, I think it's what is it called? Like workers on -7 and like come to -5 if like to like volunteer for a testing initiative, all that sort of stuff.
All the
Which is
usual
all-
SCP stuff.
Yeah, which is effectively like, hey, if you come to 5, you can like, you know, do a whole sort of thing where you can like volunteer, and they like make it seem like it's really, you know, like moral.
I'm doing
But-
my part.
Yeah, literally. Which is why I colored it kind of like the we want, like Uncle Sam wants you sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like the borders of it is like the red and blues. It's like patriotism. And then yeah, like I think you can see it on the whiteboard here to the right. Like when it comes to condolence letters sent in quotation marks, and yeah, that was a funny little gag I put in. Information not to leave this room, and it's just like it just says whoops, because this is all stuff that you technically shouldn't know about yet, in terms of like
There it is.
as a person. Well, as a worker, put it that way. But yeah, this is like your yeah, that was me forgetting we had like a watch entirely, and I was like, oh shit, what's that? yeah, this like gives like a base rundown of some of this stuff. There's like Project Shadewalker, and then anchors, OOAs, all that sort of stuff. And it's like, okay, yeah, cool. So all this stuff is like things that get established and get NTLT, which is Nightlight. All that gets built up on in the next couple rooms that you sort of walk through. So if you read this and then went that way, like it would all make sense.
What if you didn't read it?
Well, I mean that was kind of the point. It was like you can if you wanted to, but
That's why
it's
we're here
not.
to tell you.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a little fun tidbit, I guess, for people that are
Optional in-game
sort
lore.
of paying attention. Yeah, literally.
I think when we're getting interested in the ancient Egyptian side of things, I think isn't the only thing left over from that. I mean, we'll see
Why are you
later.
looking down there?
But
No, I'm not looking at that.
Oh.
I was looking at the document. Sorry, Daniel. What's up?
no, on the artifact is the only place you'll see the Egyptian hieroglyphs anymore. I think.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was gonna say.
yeah. It was that, and then like it was just trying to like write that into the story after we thought that'd be kind of cool. I couldn't remember if we made the lights work. It's like kind of hoping.
Lights uninteractive. 2 out of 10.
Yeah.
Not enough water.
Shit game. I want a refund.
Not enough.
Yeah.
I think also this room went through a couple of different redesigns.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
There used to be a shitload of documents like taped to the wall behind you.
Yeah, it was supposed to be like a collage of just like different documents relating to the cases that would like tape to the wall, kind of like the Always Sunny kind of reference kind of thing. With
Yeah.
the,
Pepe Silvia.
red strings going to each thing, but it didn't really work the way I wanted it to, so I kind of just scrapped it all, and then we put 3 whiteboards in there instead.
We actually do have a photo of that.
Well, you can probably put it on screen if you want to.
I could. On the back of those, what do you call it? The fire extinguishers. There's directions for use, and it's just people doing the YMCA.
Yeah, it's a shame that
What?
no one will ever see that because they're just
Yeah.
anchored to the wall and you can't grab them.
I can't remember if we put any just sitting around anywhere.
This is like OOAs.
Yeah, legally distinct objects of power.
Also, 69, nice.
Of course.
Ah, yeah, okay. Anyway, so yeah, this is also me going through and trying to work out like. I'm role
This
playing.
is the section where Matt got bored and decided to roleplay as an employee.
Yeah. Look, man, I made the assets. I might as well read them. Also, Daniel did an amazing job making the whiteboards look on point. Like, I wrote the stuff, but you made them actually look like whiteboards, which mad respect.
I made the yeah. Being in a classroom, you have a lot of access to whiteboards like that.
Yeah, no, they came up so good.
Nice.
So yeah, these are like the different objects of attachment, which are used to tie anchors, which are the test subjects, to the like material plane, and then we had like the liminal plane, which is where their like Shadewalker spirit creatures came into it, something along those lines.
Yeah, because they kind of, when they go quote unquote invisible, the entire intention was like they're actually phasing into a different plane of existence.
Yeah.
Shout out to Control Game, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. So yeah, here's me just like actually reading up on the lore, and seeing what I sort of wrote down. Do I reveal that now, or do I like
I thought about
build
it
on it later on in
Yeah.
in episode 2 or 3?
Oh, now you said it. Now it's suspenseful.
Well, I can actually. It probably makes more sense to like go into it more once we explore the observation areas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. That'll be in episode, probably episode 3.
Episode
stay tuned.
something.
Episode 1. Yeah. Also, I don't know if you've picked up on it before, but I made out the word Janice on one of the documents.
Of course you did.
Yeah.
Despite it being horrendously low
Yeah.
resolution.
A running theme throughout all of development was just Matt trying to shoehorn a character called Janice in, who was just a horrible person, or everyone in the office like hated her or something.
Yeah,
Hey, this will come into play in the next episode.
In episode 2, yeah, look at that. We're like building lore.
So this is a deconstruction of a secret weapon that the department has been making.
Yeah. Which I'd also made a whole whiteboard about, which is in the other side of the room, which I look at after. But those were actually genuine prototype pieces that we went through when making our design for the final weapon, which you sort of see next episode.
Yeah,
we even had a testing session on that too.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, I remember that now.
Yeah, because we went through a casual, like, 35 designs. I cannot remember how many we went through. We went through so many redesigns, and a lot of the parts that are in this room are like, I think Daniel, was it Daniel? Did you make like a whole bunch of like kitbashy parts? And then they kind of just got thrown together.
Yeah.
So it's the one thing.
Sorry, yeah, no, go.
The one thing about this, the final version of the gun actually didn't get completed until the very late stages of the game, just because we never locked in the design.
Yep. Even though it was one of like our main.
Yeah, core element of the game.
Maybe that's why the enemy interaction's kind of weak sauce. Also, yeah, I had a look at these. Those guns are like pinky sized in that.
Oh
like,
yeah. No, they make no sense.
That was really funny. Yeah.
I mean, you can barely see them.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I remember when it came to the design process for the Nightlight. I think originally the entire intention was to have a two-handed weapon, and it was going to be like you pull back on the front of it to like unleash.
Exposed, like, yeah.
And then I think we eventually decided on one-handed just because we'd been mucking around with other VR games that had like shotguns and assault rifles and stuff and things that were two-handed, and it works and stuff, but it felt a little bit weird because you don't actually have anything like holding your hands in the right spot. So like you're holding a shotgun, technically your hands can be like touching, but like in-game your hands are like a mile away. And it also made
that was on one of the blueprints, I think. It actually showed the butt of a shotgun.
Yeah. And then I remember there was the two-handed one. I remember there was one that had a very shotgun-esque handle. I think there was another one that looked very Ghostbusters, like the proton packs. Yeah, proton packs, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, I also remember one of the weirder designs was like a weird camera. It was going to be like you hold it by the very left and the very right of it, and you like kind of just hold it in front of you. Because that actually felt a little bit nicer than like a shotgun or an assault rifle kind of stance and grip and stuff.
This is me physically bending down to read better.
Well, wonders of VR, you can do that.
Yeah. So these are two of those doors that don't actually physically make any sense anymore. Because the whole point was to have you open it like a physical hinge. So they could be on like a 45 degree and it wouldn't make any, He scared the shit out of me when I was playing through this because I forgot there was a line there. It was silent for so long and then just bang. Yeah, like...
Did we clarify then? At the start, did we clarify? Yeah, because the doors when we started were on a hinge, so it opened them out. But in VR, that was getting finicky, and pulling them across ended up being easier.
Yeah.
And that's why you can see the doors that don't open still have different handles.
Yeah. Which again, you'll see in the next section.
Yeah, all of the like locked doors you can't interact with in any way, shape, or form. I've got like horizontal handles, or the ones you can with like vertical handles. And it's, yeah, because we changed it because I remember during development it was just hell, because like we also found out that apparently doors in video games just suck.
Mhm.
Like it wasn't just an us thing. It was like we were looking at like Naughty Dog, and they were talking about how
Yeah.
like they spent like years developing doors.
First things first. Should probably get you kitted with a weapon.
Episode
before you
1
get too far into the
complete.
night. Head down to the shooting range.
Yeah.
Should be just
Join
across
us
the street once you get down the
for
stairs.
episode 2, which should, come out hopefully soonish, while I still have the motivation and energy to edit it all.
That actually felt short.
Yeah, that went by very quickly.
It was about half an hour.
Oops.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, hopefully viewers enjoy, or whatever YouTubers say. Yeah, join us next time.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, that's right. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell, or
Because we have to say that.
I don't know. Apparently, it drives engagement, literally. All right. Well, anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you all enjoyed seeing this little behind-the-scenes snippet at us sort of talking over what we were sort of making and how we went about it. Episode 2, we'll go into the bullpen and discuss how we went about making that, and sort of some of the other little behind-the-scenes things from that level, and so on and so forth, until we get through to the end of the game. So, yeah, thank you for watching.
Bye.
Bye.
See you later.
Bye.